was 93, and yesterday
Yeah.
it was 32.
Oh,
So
geez.
yeah, 60-degree difference in 24 hours. So, and actually
Wow. Wow.
in less than 24 hours, fewer.
Oh
Yeah.
my
So,
goodness. That's quite the drop.
and it's still pretty chilly here. Where are you at?
I'm in Toronto. So we've
Okay.
had, yeah, like our weather was really good, but I find that as soon as it's like back to school and the kids are going back, it gets so chilly all of a sudden, and then it's like
Yeah.
hoodie weather automatically. So it's not too bad, but it's super gloomy the last couple of days, so makes it more depressing.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
I don't think that I'm going to take too much of your time. I think I understand the system. However,
Okay.
the big questions that so I'm wanting to use this for my organization. Uh, we are wanting to be able to have a very simple platform for. So we are a trucking company. So we
Okay.
have a bunch of truck drivers, and we will have meetings that take place that for people who are either out on the road or are not able to come in. We want something that's simple to be able to have them video or just call in. This is the best solution that we have found. The
Okay.
the thing that
Awesome.
I that one of the a couple of reasons why we chose this one is because it doesn't require an app to be able to get in. It's pretty user friendly, and somebody can call if needed as well. Um,
Yes.
so we have multiple areas that we have operations, and so we will just have it to where people will be using the platform when they have a meeting,
Mm.
which are not very common. They're not very. The meetings don't. They happen once a month, and each
Gotcha.
area has a different schedule for it, and all of that. So the question that I wanted, or the questions that I just want to make sure on is, if you could just walk through, if you were going to be setting this up, and again, using this for non-tech savvy people, um,
Mm.
how would you set up a meeting for non-tech savvy people to be able to do it? I just want to watch you go through how you would
Yeah. Yeah.
set everything up, and pretty much
No.
beyond that, I think I have everything else.
Oh,
Like, I mean,
perfect. That's
we've even been
awesome.
going through, like, I mean, I've been changing logos and doing all that sort of stuff, and you know
That's awesome. Yeah, that's why we try to give like a long trial period, just because that way it gives you the opportunity to actually play around with the platform. So that's great. I'm really happy to hear that you're actually taking advantage of it, because that's what it's there for. Right now, I'm sharing my screen with you, and you should see start a conference. I'm just going to highlight it here. Do
yes,
you mind confirming you can see it okay?
yeah, no, I can see everything fine.
Yeah,
So
perfect.
and
Awesome.
and
So,
us as an organization, we use Microsoft Teams for
okay.
everything that we do, except we're not using Teams because it requires an app, and we just don't want to have to do another app. So that's the reason why we have come to you.
Sure. Awesome. Yeah. So we're download free. So
Yep.
your participants do not have to do anything aside from click a link and enter their name like you did today, and then you're
Hmm.
into the call. Or if they call in, so if they don't have access to the internet, or I don't know, Fortnite's taking up all the internet space,
Yeah. Right.
um, they can basically just pick up the phone. We have lots of local dial-in numbers. So in the invite, you can send out a list of them if you wish, or it's very self-explanatory how to find one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend like we're going to have a conference call, and I'm going to
Sounds good.
set it up and send you the invite. And that way, once you get it, you'll basically see what your participants would be getting.
And so
So,
I've done that plenty of times. I just want, if you were
oh, okay.
setting it up, yeah. I mean, my guess is that if you saw like how many we've set up and canceled and gone through it. And by the way, it's been maybe 24 hours since we signed up for the trial. So, like, I
Oh,
mean, we
okay.
have like we have run the gamut on everything. Like, hence the reason
Got
why I
it.
was like, this might be a pretty short call. I just wanted to take the call because I
No
had an
problem.
opportunity just to make sure that I could answer any of my questions. So I just wanted to see if
Yeah.
you were setting this up, and you could send it to me and do all that fun stuff. I just wanted to see how you would do it and
Yeah,
would go
no
into the.
problem. Yeah, like I personally, I like the scheduler aspect of the platform because what happens is the invite will integrate into your participants' calendar as well as your calendar. However, if you wanted to just plug in the information into an email separately and independently, you can do that too. So I'm not sure if you've seen this one here. On the left-hand side, there's copy details, and this basically copies all of this information here on the right
which
side.
is the information that is required for them. If we were sending an email, that's what it would be. That's what would be sent.
And the only difference would be is that you would yourself have to add in, I don't know, whatever the date would be, tomorrow's date, whatever time kind of thing. Whereas the scheduler will do it for you. Again, you don't have to use the scheduler, but it'll send out the invitation. It'll send out a 15-minute reminder, and it goes into your calendar as well as the participants. So I personally, those are like my plus points of why I like using it. But if you're like, shoot, we got to have, Sarah and I got to connect at 2 o'clock today or 3 o'clock today, and you just want to throw it in an email, you can do it from copying the details, and then I have all the info I need to actually get into the call.
Noted.
Yeah, and then I'm not sure how your calls would be or anything like that, but if you wanted, you can even do a set to repeat. So if you have like a weekly call that you guys are doing among like certain groups of people, the set to repeat function is really helpful because then you don't have to actually go in and set up the call every time. You can actually do it like, we'll just go Wednesday, and you can have it for the next, let's say, like, I don't know, 4 weeks, for example. And then that way you don't have to actually do anything. The system will have it in your calendar. It'll send out the reminder 15 minutes before, and that way it's less work. This platform was designed for the non-tech savvy people, and we try to make
it's very
less
simple. Yeah,
easy.
trust me, it's very simple.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. But yeah, that since you've already seen like what the invite looks like.
You would set it up that way, then they would get the invite, and you just go, and there's nothing more that you would do different or change or adjust or anything that you do. You just send the invite and just make it happen.
Exactly. Because in the invite, it gives them everything that they need. It'll give them like your dial-in number, which is local to you. So 647 is like an Ontario-based number.
Yeah,
but
I understand.
Again, it'll show on the invite. It'll say like, if you need a local dial-in number, here's a list, and it's like clear, simple wording, so they understand. Okay, if if someone was out in BC or something, they can still find a number to call in.
Okay. Now, how do you keep track of attendance?
So we have a participant list. So in, oh, sorry, I forgot my